And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the playing of our national anthem. And now, we wish to take an opportunity to recognize our senior band members and to thank them for the talent, dedication, and service that they have given to Highland High School. This is also a time to thank our band parents and guardians for their many years of encouragement and support of their students and the Highland Instrumental Music Program. Please hold your applause until after all of our senior class members and escorts have been introduced. Our first senior is Bryce Becker, snare drum, escorted by Paul and Catherine Becker. After high school, he plans to study architecture. Ben Boggs, flute, escorted by Julie, Josh, and Lily Boggs. After high school, he plans to attend college for mechanical engineering. Marley Carter, snare drum, escorted by Amy and Bruce Carter. After high school, she plans to go to college. Aiden Velasco, sousaphone, escorted by Kimberly and Dennis Velasco, Ashley Velasco and Carl Nigel, and Beverly Hawes. After high school, he plans to go to college for engineering at Akron University or Miami University. Nolan Franz, cymbals, escorted by Laura and Jerry Franz. After high school, he plans to pursue a career that will allow him to continue living his best life. Joey Gray, mellophone, escorted by Joe and Meredith Gray. After high school, he plans to attend college to study astrophysics and mathematics. Kai Hemery, trumpet, escorted by Michael Hemery, Stacy Leatherman, and Vivian Hemery. After high school, he plans to study pre-law, music, and philosophy at either Ohio Wesleyan or The Ohio State University. David Holter, mellophone, escorted by Megan Holter and Robert Holter. After high school, he plans to go to OSU and study mechanical engineering. Alex Horton, tenor saxophone, escorted by Claudia and William Horton. After high school, he plans to go to college and study business. June Kim, flute, escorted by Jungsoon and Bugnoon Kim and Yubin and Subin Kim. After high school, he plans to go to college for mechanical engineering. Anastasia Koval, flute, escorted by Victoria and Yevgeny Koval. After high school, she plans to attend Lorain Community College to further her education in pediatric nursing. Case Kowalski, trumpet, escorted by Mark and Michelle Kowalski. After high school, he plans to go to college and get a mechanical engineering degree. Mackenzie Lahosky, clarinet, escorted by Dave and Heather Lahosky. After high school, she plans to attend college and have a great life. Evan Lever, clarinet, escorted by Andrea and Nicholas Lever. After high school, he plans to attend college and pursue a career in animation and video game design. Addison Lukens, quince, escorted by Kim and Charlie Lukens. After high school, she plans to attend college to study graphic design. Sarah McAdam, flute, escorted by Kelly McAdam. After high school, she plans to go to college to major in biology and minor in art so that she can someday become a scientific illustrator. Zach Madrigal, trombone, escorted by Christopher and Christine Madrigal. After high school, he plans to attend college and pursue a degree which allows him to feel satisfied and to maintain a healthy work-life balance. Calliope Macrease, baritone, escorted by Louie and Kula Macrease and family. After high school, she plans to attend college and major in psychology, sociology, and criminal forensics. Gianna Malillo, mellophone, escorted by Marissa and Carmen Malillo. After high school, she plans to attend Miami University for computer science. Ben Sticka, trombone, escorted by Matthew and Sarah Sticka. After high school, he plans to attend college at Ohio State University and pursue engineering or physics. Cole Toth, trumpet, escorted by Colleen and John Toth. After high school, he plans to study mathematics or chemistry and work in the field of research. Thank you, band seniors, for giving Highland fans 4 unforgettable years of exciting halftime entertainment. We look forward to you returning next year on Alumni Band Night. Please join our senior class members in the singing of the Highland High School alma mater.
Highland students, remember that the competition is on tonight for your Hornet Bucks. If you are seen demonstrating the 4 pillars of PBIS, respectful, empowered, engaged, and compassionate, you will be given a Hornet Buck. Take that Hornet Buck back to your school building on Monday to receive a prize. And don't forget, the school building that brings home the most Hornet Bucks will receive a bonus prize. thank you for bringing your best in tonight's game and cheer on your Hornets to victory. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting evening of Hornet football. On behalf of Superintendent Kathy Ackerman, Principal Carrie Knapp, and the entire Highland staff, I'd like to welcome you to North Gateway Tire Field, home of your Highland Hornets. Your attendance and support of the student athletes and coaches is greatly appreciated by both schools competing today. Though both teams are rivals, they are expected to exhibit the qualities of good sportsmanship throughout the contest. And the administration of both schools requests the same from all fans. Officials in this game have been assigned by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Suburban League, and have been assigned based upon the process approved by OSHA's Board of Directors. Tonight's officials include the referee Ed Metzger, the umpire Christopher Mackin, the line judge Chris Rahal, the head linesman James Sharp, the back judge Will McBrone, and the center judge Jonathan Dana. All fans are asked to respect the efforts that each team puts forth preparing for tonight's contest. We ask all in attendance to show courtesy and respect for fellow fans, officials, coaches, and those administering the contest, and of course, your team and the opponents. To all the crew working in the booth tonight, including our official spotter, Jeff Huth, this is your voice of Highland football. Joe Guthrie, wishing everyone a safe, enjoyable evening. Go Hornets!
Welcome, welcome. Sitting by my friend and colleague, Coach Jay Grissom, at North Gateway Tire Field on a beautiful September evening, Jay.
Doesn't get better than this. This weather this fall has been unbelievable, so we're going to enjoy another one tonight.
If it gets any better than this, I don't want to know about it,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
72 degrees, perfect. We had a few things we wanted to talk about, Coach, and we wanted to start off talking about last season. These two teams came together, Highland and Aurora, in Week 10 last year. You were at that game. I was at the game. It was at Aurora, and it was, in essence, for the league championship title, and Highland beat them 34-0.
Yeah, two 9-0 teams coming in. Two teams that were rated high in their respective regions. And the Hornets definitely had a good night that night. 34-0 win at their place, and it was obviously a highly hyped up game, but what a fun week getting ready for that game. Two really good teams, and then two teams that both went on to playoff success as well.
That's right. And like you say, Coach, last season was last season.
That's right.
And this season we got two programs that are off to differing starts. So Highland is off to a 3-0 start. They're clobbering opponents 115 points to giving up 17. They're 3-0 and off to a really nice start.
Right. As the Hornets take the field And going out to Erie week 1, picking up that 49-10 win, and everybody, all the new faces, getting their first varsity action, and then a home game here against Hudson, who's 2-1, and their one loss to Highland, a 32-0 win, and then last week traveling up to Avon Lake in a 34-7 win, where the Hornets, forced 5 turnovers. Defense was definitely the story of the night, last Friday.
Well, and up till this point, the Highland is running the ball effectively, 885 yards rushing, almost 7 yards per carry, led by Casey Miser and Girding and Gibb, all running effectively. Their passing game is working with Grady Gibb, 26 out of 29, 535 yards, and their balanced attack.
Yeah, it's been impressive. And I mean, we've watched Casey Miser playing here, for 4 years. I mean, he was returning kicks as a freshman, and he's been a feature back since then, and then Grady, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, but a young man who had to, quote unquote, wait his turn, a senior, first year starting quarterback, but man, has he grabbed that job and just run with it. Literally. He's thrown the ball well. He's run the ball well. And I thought last week was a really good indication of that. I mean, it was very obvious that Avon Lake wanted to take the run game away last week. They wanted to take Casey Miser away.
That's everybody's game plan, I think.
Yeah, and but Grady made some great reads and ended up rushing for over 100 yards. I think it was 120 yards, and had an outstanding game.
Well, and both of those things are set up by the offensive line that we'll talk quite a bit about tonight. We've talked about them all year, and four new faces out there, and these guys have picked up right where they left off, allowing both the run and the pass to be so effective.
Yeah, it's been impressive. Spencer Marquis taking over at center, and you got Wyatt Sitz playing guard, and Cody Bendow playing the other guard position, and really the one face that's back from last year, Josh Messina, moved from guard out to tackle, and then Tommy Fern playing the other tackle. And up front has just been, I mean, you don't put up these type of numbers without what these guys have been doing at the line of scrimmage.
And that's just offensively. Defensively, when you look at what the linebackers, Evan Faust and Jamison Gordon and Callan Whitling and the Zielinski brothers and Dan Miller, they're off to a great defensive start too.
Absolutely. That defense has been flying around.
Then when you look at Aurora, we talked about kind of the tale of two different starts. Aurora's 1-2. They're led by junior quarterback Ryan Ziegler and a senior running back Xavier Board. But they had a couple tough losses where they, the last week at Twinsburg was an overtime loss.
Yeah, they open up week 1 with a loss at home against Brecksville Broadview Heights, 21-17. But that was a game they were in the lead. They were leading 17-0 in the third quarter. Then they went to Lutheran West week 2, got a 47-0 win at Lutheran West, and then like you said last week, Twinsburg came to town and they had another lead in the third quarter of that game, and ended up falling in overtime 20-19. So
let's do this, Coach. Highland won the toss and elected to defer, so they're kicking off on youth night here. So we're packed with the youngsters in their football jerseys. What if we watch the kickoff and then we'll throw up some keys to the game that the coach put together for us?
Sounds good to me. So that's going to be Jonah Kauza to kick it away for the Hornets.
Back deep, I see is number 5 is Luke McGovern, and
number 1, Quincy John. This is going to be McGovern, but that is going to sail through the end zone.
Let's throw up some keys to the game, Andrew, if we could. When you look at Aurora's keys to the game, we came up with two things. They need to establish the run with Board and Ziegler. That's hard to do against the Highland defense. And then they need to finish. They need to finish the game because they've had, as you mentioned, two leads in the third quarter, 13-0 and 17-0 that they were not able to hold on to.
Yeah, this is a good football team, and they're just, they're finding their way. So Ziegler's coming out in a spread formation. one tight end in the game right now. Snap.
Nowhere to go there.
It's handed off to Xavier Board. Hornets all over that. Look like Cody Bendow.
And Josh, yeah.
Yeah, this Highland defense has been very impressive to start this season, and I know Coach Meyer was really happy with the 5 turnover game last week. 4 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery. Once that defense gets clicking, they can be a problem.
Yeah, and I think Josh Machina was there as well.
Gonna give it to Board again. Bounces outside, does pick up about 4, maybe 5. Forced out by J-Mo Gordon.
You want to do the Highland keys to the game, or you want to wait, Andrew? Let's wait till we'll wait till they're on offense. What do we got? A 3rd and 9 here, Coach.
Aurora staying in their spread package. We're going to see a lot of different formations and personnel packages tonight out of this Aurora offense. Ziegler is forced outside the pocket and brought down. That's Dan Miller, and first man there was Ryan Zahir, I believe. It's a big 3rd down sack for the Hornets.
He had some time there. He flushed out to the left. He had a second, but as we've said before, very good coverage, nowhere to go, and the pressure got him.
Yeah, this secondary's done such a nice job this year.
Yeah, they really have with Zielinski and Metzger and
it's Matt Huth.
2 Zielinskis, I should say.
Punt it away. This is a short kick. Girding runs up on it. He's going to stay away from that one, and the Hornets are going to take over in Aurora territory.
It's a wise move to let that ball go, I think.
Yeah, short kind of wobbler. So let's take a look at these Hornets keys to the game tonight. Number 16, Grady Griffin, and quarterback. We'll get back to that. Grady Gibb in the shotgun. Miser behind him.
Great field position to start.
Hornets with 2 tight ends in the game. Quick swing out to Lucas Girding. And he's going to pick up 9 quick yards.
And I know what you saw is that block on the outside by Dubkowski there.
Yeah, really nice job. I know they like to do this early in games, get some easy throws, get Lucas involved early.
That brings up a play caller's favorite down and distance.
2nd and short. Gibbs going to keep it. Nice cut in the backfield and keeps the feet moving. He's finally brought down. That's number 4, Ryan Sliz, on the tackle.
After a 8-yard pickup.
Another nice read there by Grady. So 1st and 10. Hornets staying in this 2 tight end package, little 12 personnel. It's Jamison Gordon and Dan Miller, each the tight ends. It's Girding in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Grady goes straight ahead. He's going to pick up 5.
Grady's been such a big part of this running game this year. You know, I mean, he adds another element to that backfield.
He really does. He's a strong kid. He's not going to run. He's not going to run by anybody, but he's a willing runner. Makes really good reads on these RPOs. Puts himself in position to gain positive yards.
And a long line of very intelligent Highland quarterbacks.
Yes, sir. It's a running theme.
Yeah.
There's another give to Girding on the jet sweep. He is dragged down from behind.
First down inside the red zone. Who was that? That
Might have been Josh Harrell, maybe? Number 3. But that will be a first down, and the Hornets are in the red zone early.
Just under the 8-minute mark.
Girding and Dobkowski wide left. Girding in motion. Little counter play. That's a good tough run there by Casey Miser on first down. Picks up about 4, maybe 5.
we talk about how well balanced they are and how they spread the ball around so well, Coach. Look, already you've had 4 to 5 players touch the ball in the first 6 or 7 plays.
Yeah, it's a tough team to defend.
Second and 5 from the 14-yard line.
Another give to Miser. Trying to get a little outside zone. He's going to be about a yard shy of a first down. Picks up 4 on the play.
Andrew's got the keys to the game up, Coach, and we can flow right into them because we were looking for clean execution tonight, meaning no penalties and no pre-snap mistakes. We haven't seen any of those yet, and we talked about running the ball effectively and winning the line of scrimmage hat on hat, and we're seeing that as well.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job to get this thing started here. Gibb takes it. Give to Miser. Nice little cut inside. He's going to pick up about 6. Down inside the 5-yard line. Yeah, Hornets are doing a nice job getting a push up front right now. There's a lot of room to run.
And Aurora is bringing quite a few guys up near that line of scrimmage. You called it, as every team does. They're trying to not let this ground game beat them. And there's been quite a few effective runs thus far.
Sticking in that 12 personnel. That time, good penetration. Yep. That was number 8, Benji Nemeth, flying in through an A gap and getting a tackle for a loss.
Well, Aurora needed that. They needed a good, solid play for a loss, and they got it. A 3-yard loss.
All the way back to the 7-yard line, we'll make it a 3-yard loss. Second down and goal.
A third wide receiver, Jake Weber, has checked in the game. First time tonight. It's a fake to Girding on the jet. Nice keep by Gibby. And he is down inside the 1. Another good decision there by Grady. And the heavy package coming right back in. There's going to be 3 tight ends in the game now as Callan Whitling, Dan Miller, and Jamison Gordon all checking back in the game.
We're looking at some hat-on hats here, like you said. Let's see what happens on 3rd and 1 from the 1.
And they're just going to go a little push,
and that's
wedge it in there. And Hornets take an early 6-0 lead.
That was a smash-mouth drive right there.
Well, they threw the ball the first play of the game, and then after that it was let's get downhill quick. So extra point team comes in. Dan Miller will be snapping. Grady Gibbs going to hold it. Jonah Kauza. is in for the attempt. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is good.
And that's a good start to this game, Coach. And it'd be a good time to say that anybody that couldn't make it to the stadium tonight, no worries, because Amanda Fall and her team are sponsoring this live stream and all the other ones this year, so the fans don't miss a play. Just a big shout out to her and what she's doing. She's right here in Hinckley. She sponsors these games. She's been in our community for over 20 years. Her kids go to the schools here, and Amanda has been great, and we sure appreciate you.
Huge supporter of the live stream. You can reach out to Amanda, amandafall.com, 330-273-4100.
It's another packed house here at North Gateway Tire Field.
Beautiful night. We've got all the youth cheerleaders and football players here tonight.
Students are down there in their red, white, and blue.
Yeah, they are having a night as this kick is again into the end zone.
The only time Jonah Cow's kicks do not get in the end zone is when he does not want them to get into the end zone.
I think that is correct. I'll tell you what, last week up at Avon Lake, there was about a 30-mile-an-hour wind out of the west, and kicking that direction was not fun, but he did a nice job with it.
Yeah. Well, we'll get another look at this Aurora Greenmen offense.
So Ziegler's going to fake, looking up the seam, and that is Nick Dobkowski. That is his third interception in the last 5 quarters. Just a too-deep coverage there, and that was covered well. They had him underneath, they have him over the top, and Nick Dobkowski high points that football, and Hornets take possession again in Aurora territory.
Yeah, Ziegler was trying to get that ball to Josh Harrell, and it would have taken a good tight throw there. He had a little opening, but he overshot it a little bit, and Nick was right there. So now once again, Highland starts off their possession in Aurora territory.
Back to the more traditional Hornet spread offense. There's a fake to Miser. Gibb keeps it. Nice cut. And he's going to pick up about 9, maybe a first down.
It's amazing when you fake it to Miser, it brings some attention from the defense.
Yes.
And that was a good decision by Grady Gibb.
Brought down by Josh Harrell. So that is a first down.
Allison Keeley. Peyton Reverse.
Weber and Dobkowski out wide, girding in the slot. Evan Faust, tight end on the near side. Little play action. Looking out wide to the sideline. That's a great ball to the sideline. Caught there by Lucas Girding on a comeback route.
Well, and you called it. I like how Girding was coming back to that ball on that out route. He didn't give that corner an opportunity to come in and get near that ball.
And that is very much a timing play. Good for 19 yards.
He threw that ball well before Girding was out of his break.
Yeah, and it's beautifully thrown too. You know, just over top of that corner, just underneath of the safety, fits it right there on the sideline. It's a give to Miser. He's going to try and bounce it out to the right. And he's inside the 10. Picks up about 5 on the play.
Jake Weber was doing a nice job on the outside, keeping that corner occupied too.
You got to give some credit to that Aurora interior defensive line. Got a nice push right there, forced Casey to bounce that.
Well, they have some size in there. There's some big boys.
They're similar on defense as they are on offense. They're going to show some different things. They've got a 4-2 box.
And they're not afraid to send some of those backers, are they?
And then sometimes they're in a 3-3, which appears what they're doing now. Miser gets the handoff, and he's met immediately. Like Carter Romanchek on the tackle there.
Yeah, they covered that. They played that that one real good. Aurora defense did, setting up a 3rd and 4, long 3. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Aiden Jackson playing that nose position. He's done a nice job. He's getting a nice push in the center of the defense.
Yeah, that's number 76, a senior.
Going with the counter. Miser's got one man to beat, and he is in. That was well blocked up front, but there was one man to beat, and Casey made it happen there.
Ryan Sliz was right there in great position, and but it's very difficult for one man to take down Casey Miser in the open field. It's a tall order.
Yes, it is. So Hornets up 13-0, 2:09 left here in the first quarter. The Miller snap, Gibb hold, and Kauza kick is good. And the Hornets now lead 14-0.
Now would be a great time to thank our friend John Ross, who's a game sponsor, affiliates title group. They help neighbors with their real estate needs. John's built his life and business right here in the community. Spent his whole life in Highland. Great man and a great supporter of Highland sports.
He is. He's a great man, great brother-in-law. I don't mind saying that. And John has always been super supportive of everything Highland, and big thanks to him and Affiliates Title Group for their sponsorship of the live stream tonight.
Thank you, John. Well, we've seen quite a few Jonah Kauza kickoffs here already in the first quarter.
And that one will not be returnable either.
So if you're Aurora right now, everything has worked exactly how Highland had drew it up, and it's not. I don't think Aurora has a first down.
They do not.
-6 yards total is what we've just been told. So you're not thinking about a touchdown if you're Aurora. You're thinking about a couple positive plays, moving the chains a little bit, giving your defense a break, trying to get some kind of momentum, Coach.
Yes, they need a positive first down play here. That is fake to Xavier Board, but the Hornets are all over it, and that is going to go for a no gain.
That was the whole left side of the defense. The first one to get him might have been Ryan Zahir, I believe.
Ryan off to a nice start tonight. He's been active in the middle of that defensive line.
Well, there's just no push up front. I mean, there's nowhere to go so far for Aurora.
So 3 receivers left. Going to shift. It's going to be a little Q power, and there is just nowhere to go. I mean, the Highland linebackers are experienced and aggressive, and they read that very quickly, and all 3 of them triggered. And that play goes for a 1-yard loss.
Well, all of those guys are back from last year, and they play downhill, don't they?
Yes, they do.
I mean, they're disciplined and they stay to their gaps, but those guys just fly to that football. I mean, and it's set up by what that D-line is doing right now as well.
Jamison Gordon, the Mike linebacker. Evan Faust is the Will linebacker. And Callan Whitling plays the star position.
And here
they bring Whitling on a blitz. There's Jamo Gordon on a blitz as well, and Whitling's going to finish it off. So Ziegler just no time to make a decision.
Well, we set that up exactly right with the linebackers flying in, you know, and Gordon and Whitling were both.
10 seconds left here in the quarter. Looks like Aurora's going to be happy to let it wind out as they've got a 4th and 21 coming up here.
That was a tough first quarter for Aurora, a great first quarter for Highland.
Yeah, Hornets off to a great start. I mean, they have not run an offensive play in their own territory yet. So two possessions that started inside of Aurora territory. So,
Coach, you mind if we mention a couple things? You mentioned something to me before the telecast about Lisa Reynolds getting her 500th win a couple weeks ago that we did not get a chance to mention.
I felt bad. You know, she was the game sponsor last week, or
yep.
her family's golf course over there at Pine Valley. But you know, Lisa coaches the boys and girls tennis programs, and picked up her 500th career win at the beginning of this fall season. So big congrats to her. What an outstanding job she's done with both of those programs.
So you know something about getting 500. I mean, that would be that's a lot of wins.
That's a lot of wins. That's a lot.
That's doing it well year after year,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Good job. Cheerleaders are rocking off. Thanks for the help on the first quarter.
So Matthew Huth in punt formation for the Greenmen.
I'm guessing that's Lucas Girding back for us. It is. Lucas Girding is so dangerous back there too, you know. It's a short kick.
And there is going to be contact on the punter as Dan Miller got real close to blocking that.
I think they're going to call running into the punter.
Yeah, it's the 5-yard. I see him signaling a 5-yard penalty, or do they want to take the result of the play? So that is the signal for running into the kicker.
It's just a 5-yard penalty, not an automatic first down.
So that'll just be backed up 5 yards from the end of the run. So the Hornets will take over at midfield.
Wasn't a horrible result for Aurora. You know, A, you get the ball out to the 50. B, you didn't give Girding a chance to return it.
Right.
However, this is yet another drive that starts either in or Aurora territory, or in this case right at the 50.
Yeah, if your worst field position on the night and your third possession is the 50-yard line, things are going pretty well.
Yeah.
So Gibb in the shotgun, Miser behind him. Going to give it to Miser. He's got a crease, stiff arm, and he's going to pick up about 15 yards. He's brought down by number 4, Ryan Sliz. Nice burst there by Casey. And that inside zone play. Just like that, Hornets to the 36-yard line. Gonna fake it to Miser. He's got Jake Weber on a post route. And that is a touchdown. I'll tell you what, that was pretty well covered.
Yes, it was.
But that was a perfect throw.
Jake had a step. He had a step, and it had to be a perfect throw, and it was.
I mean, that's just a post right up the middle of the field. And I saw what you saw. He got a step, but there was not a lot of room to throw that football, and Grady threw a perfect ball.
Well, Grady had time to step up and make a good throw, too. That offensive line did a good job and hit junior wide receiver Jake Weber, who's done a real good job this year. I'll tell you what, Girding is – or not Girding, but our Gibb is so efficient in his passes. Like, he is on target, and the ball rarely hits the ground. Jonah Kauza on for the extra point.
Jonathan's kick is up, and it's good.
Kick is up and good.
It extends their lead by 21 with 11:15 left here in the first half.
Yeah, to your point, I mean, Grady Gibb coming into tonight, 25 of 28 on the season. That's almost 90%, 89.3% completion percentage, 491 yards. That's his 5th touchdown. He's got the 1 interception that he threw week 1. But, I mean, you can't be any more efficient than that. And it's not because they're not easy throws all the time. I mean, they like to get him into a groove early, throwing a couple swing passes and this and that. But he's completed a lot of balls just like that one. And those comeback routes on the sideline, those are tough balls to throw.
Well, I think he's averaging 20 yards of completion or something very close to that. So,
yeah.
I mean, they're throwing the ball downfield. And tonight's an example. What is he? 3 for 3? Yeah, 3 for 3
with a touchdown. That ball is into the end zone. Well, this Aurora offense is going to have to figure something out quick. Last week against Twinsburg, they ran a whole bunch of 3 tight end stuff. Now they must not feel like that's a good matchup for them tonight, because we have not seen that package yet.
They were able to move the ball pretty well last week.
They had a couple nice drives in that game last week.
But this defense is a little bit different tonight here from what they're seeing. Callan Whitling's coming up, and jeez.
Boy, that is a nice job to spin out of that initial tackle from Callan Whitling, but J-Mo Gordon there to clean it up. Xavier Board just had nowhere to go.
I'm surprised he was able to hold on to that ball, because Whitling was in there right at the exchange. And that play, Whitling set up Jamison Gordon, and on the prior sack down at this end of the field, it was the inverse of that. So those linebackers are just flying right now.
Well, I think it's safe to say that Coach Meyer saw something he liked in these formations about bringing edge pressure. And we've seen them do that, to your point, 3 or 4 times already tonight. He's showing it right now as he's going to back out. That's a give to Board. He's got a little room this time. Off the left side, he's brought down by Jamison Gordon.
Well, that was a positive play. That was the most productive play of the evening so far, I believe, for Aurora. And now they're sitting at a 3rd and 5.
Third and doable.
Probably their first 3rd and doable of the game.
Yes. Yeah, this defense, it's a nice mix of young guys getting their first experience and experienced guys. Got a sophomore, Lucas Grillis, number 44 in the game, playing in one of the defensive ends. Xavier Board finds a seam, and that is going to be a pickup of a little bit more than 20 yards.
Yeah, and that's out towards midfield. He made a couple moves. He made a guy miss, at least one guy miss.
Well, it looked like, I'll be honest with you, I lost the football. I thought they had him stacked up in the backfield, and he squirted out of there.
Yeah.
Nice pickup by Xavier Board. So 1st and 10 at the Aurora 47-yard line. It's good penetration right in the middle again. That was Ryan Zahir. Number 8 for the Hornets was the first man there.
And I think Lucas Grillis was the second one. Well, they pick up their first down of the night, a much-needed first down. So now let's see if that starts a little bit of a drive for them, or that play was not productive.
We got 8.5 minutes left in the half. I'm sure they feel like they're in a situation where they need to put points on the board. Staying with one tight end in the ball game. There's another give to Xavier Board. He tries to string it out wide, but there's just nowhere to go.
That was Evan Faust out there.
Boy, has he had a career, and he's still only a junior.
Well, and he's the leading tackler on this team. You know, he gets both sides of the ball. He's at 15 solo tackles, 27 overall tackles, 6.5 tackles for loss. I mean, Evan Faust is
7.5 tackles for loss after that one, right?
Fair point. And he's still only a junior.
He's still only a junior. Had an outstanding season last year.
Ball player.
Hornets go into an odd front. 3 men rushing. And there's going to be a hold and probably, I was going to say potentially a intentional grounding, but they are not going to call that. There will be a hold.
There was flags flying everywhere, so it must have been a pretty obvious hold.
Again, great push by Ryan Zahir as well as Lucas Grillis.
So that's going to bring up a likely punting situation here on 4th and long.
As the Hornets decline that penalty.
You know, they got that first down, and we were wondering if that would start a drive, and it didn't. The Hornets clamped down pretty quickly there.
Yeah, after that first down, they went for -4 yards on 3 plays.
See if Lucas Gerda gets a chance to return this one.
Low spiraling kick. That carries over Lucas's head. He's back inside the 5-yard line before he picks it up. And good coverage there by the Aurora Greenmen as he's going to be taken down inside the 15-yard line at maybe the 14. Like first man there was number 7, Matt Felice. So by far the worst field position for this Hornet offense, as they're going to take over at the 14-yard line. 7 minutes, 11 seconds left. Gibbon Miser in the backfield. There's a give to Casey Miser. He's got a big hole there. He's going to pick up about 6 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd and 4.
Looks like he was following Josh Messina to me.
And Josh Messina and Wyatt Sitz both out there paving the way.
We want to give a shout out to Josh Messina's aunt also, who's a faithful live stream watcher out of Chicago. I think we met her last year.
We did.
She came up to the booth and said she appreciates what we do. We said we appreciate you.
Another give to Miser. Nice cut up inside. Good hard run there. He's going to pick up 10 on that one.
Such a big advantage that Highland has with just the ability to just say we're deep in our own end of the field. We're not going to get fancy. We're gonna give the ball to Casey Miser a couple times, right up the gut, right behind our big offensive line, and now we're in a lot better shape here at the 35. Now you got some more plays available to you, Coach.
Right. 4 receivers in the game now. Gibbs going to keep that one on RPO. Some fancy footwork out of Grady Gibb. Did not have a lot of room, but was still able to pick up about 3 yards there. That was one of those RPOs, reading that defensive end, decided to pull it from Casey. Had the bubble option available. Aurora covered that well, so Grady kept it, picks up 3 on first down.
Positive gain.
Faust checks back in. The near tight end. Girding in motion, going to give it to him on a jet sweep. He's got a crease. Nice open field tackle there by number 4, Ryan Sliz. But that's a nice gain for the Hornets and another first down.
Girding Girding is so versatile. And a 20-yard run right there around the end. Caught a pass earlier. The guy is so versatile.
Yes.
4.5 GPA. You know, just an all-around athlete and all-around young man.
Four wide receivers in the game. Just going to swing it out to Miser in the flat. Makes one man miss. Spins off the second man, and he's going to pick up about 11, I believe, and that's going to be good for another Highland first down.
Well, I'll tell you what, number 8, Benji Nemeth, had a good shot at him right when he caught that ball. We've seen that swing pass be wide open in the past. This was not this time. Number 8 had read it well, and Casey had to make a guy miss quick, and he did that.
So 1st and 10. As we have an official's timeout. No, we've got a wardrobe malfunction. These referees want to see the knee pads pulled down over their knees, so when they call you on it, you have to leave the game for one play.
That's a difference between high school and maybe college or the NFL.
I don't think the NFL guys even wear knee pads.
No.
There's a keep. A lot of room over the left side.
They're gonna.
And look at. Let me tell you something. Did he get in? No, they're gonna mark him down at the 3-yard line.
Oh, they're gonna bring it back. They called an early hold.
I did not see that.
But and it didn't even look like it was a little bit off the ball. But what a read that was, though, by Grady Gibb.
Sure was.
The whole left side of that defense attacked Miser, and he just pulled it out and was wide open around that left side.
I'll tell you what, Ben Radigan threw a nice block down here at about the 18-yard line that got Grady inside the 5 before that penalty. But that's going to back it up and make it a 1st and 20 for the Hornets, all the way back to the 47-yard line.
They don't usually they don't have to make it up all in one play here. They got.
Going to go with a little counter action. And
Well,
there's a big hole over that left side again.
Josh Messina going all the way up to the whistle.
That's what he does. And to your point, that makes it 2nd down and 7.
Yeah,
So
nothing
pick up a
fancy.
13. That was nice. They brought a guard over, and the tight end pulled. Guard kicked out. Tight end led up through the hole, and nice space for Grady to keep that and run there. They're bringing him again. This time they give it to Dylan Lazar as he's tripped up after a pickup of about 4. Going to bring up a 3rd and 3.
When you're looking at a 1st and 20 after a holding penalty, to get back to 3rd and 3 is a good spot to be in.
That's a nice job responding to that penalty.
Yeah,
definitely.
it was.
So we've got 2 tight ends in the game again, both on the right side of the formation. They're going to fake the jet that way. Gibbs got a lot of room over that left side again before he's brought down by number 6. That's Luke Hilditch.
Good tackler. He might have been gone.
Yeah, there was some room to roam there. But what an outstanding job. 1st and 20, not a problem. Right back down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
Can't say enough about what this offensive line is doing. We'll talk more about them in the second half, but you predicted at the beginning of the year that this is going to be a tough group with a lot of new guys, and they've come in and they just open hole after hole.
Fake to Miser, out in the flat to Girding. just on a quick out. He makes one man miss, and he's going to pick up another 12 yards as we've got a late flag.
The flag comes in late.
Got an ineligible man downfield. Now, you run into this in these RPOs from time to time. It's got to come out real quick because that offensive line is blocking as if it's an inside zone play there. And you're climbing the linebackers trying to, cut off pursuit.
Yeah, good point.
And so that's just a risk you take from time to time. Not saying Grady made the wrong decision there, but I believe that was Josh Messina getting up to a linebacker real quick. Gonna call him for ineligible man downfield.
Brings up a 1st and 15, still inside the 30.
That ball's kind of bobbled by Miser, but he's got a lot of room. There's another flag down.
Another penalty marker comes in. Casey Miser with the ball down to the 12-yard line. Going to be holding this time against the Hornets.
Man, we're seeing quite a few flags on this drive.
Josh Neal on the stop.
This is not the clean game the Hornets were looking for here, at least here on this drive.
No, at least the 3rd penalty on this drive.
Ball back to the 39-yard line. 1st and 25.
1st and 25.
Well, they get another chance here to get behind the chains and see what they do here.
Hornets go to their doubles formation with 2 receivers on either side. Miser in the backfield. Give it to Miser. Good hard run there. It's going to pick up 10 of them right away. They marked him out of bounds.
I guess he stepped out a little bit before we.
One out of bounds there by number 1.
So it's going to be 2nd and 20.
2nd down and a long way.
A minute 22 left in the half.
I don't know that Coach Gibbons is, he doesn't want the penalties, but pretty good chance the Hornets going to hold on to the football the rest of the half here at this pace.
It's been a long drive. Time consuming.
Gibb on a straight drop this time. He's going to flip it out to, that's Nick Dobkowski. Just on a drag route across the formation.
Made a guy miss.
And now a timeout from the Hornets.
He's brought down back at the original line of scrimmage, about the 24-yard line. Nice tackle there by number 5, Luke McGovern.
One more time, we'll shout out our season sponsor, Amanda Fall. If you need insurance guidance or curious about saving money on your coverage, give Amanda's office a call, 330-273-4100. Thank you, Amanda, and your team. But yeah, like you said, Coach, this drive started. This is a 6-minute drive, so if Highland can find a way to finish this thing off, it's a good one.
Had the ball for 6 minutes and 2 seconds.
Started inside their 20. And with the penalties, they're going to have to go about 140 yards, I think, here. Sets up a 3rd and 9.
So 3 receivers left. Nick Dobkowski alone on the right. It's just a speed out. Going to be just shy of the 1st down there.
Yeah.
Another well-timed in and out of Grady's hands.
Yes.
Little quick game there. And the heavy package coming in. Whitling, J-Mo Gordon, Dan Miller all checking in the game. So we're going to see a 3 tight end set. The Hornets going to spend their 2nd time out of the half, leaving them with 1.
Coach, you were mentioning to me that the football program, when you look at the 9th grade, the JV, and the varsity, is undefeated, right? The 9th grade team, which you know well, is 4-0, I believe.
Yes.
JV is 3-0, so it's good to see the whole program.
Yeah, everybody off to a nice start. Freshman Hornets went up to Aurora last night, got a nice 23-14 win at their place last night. And I know the JV team has done a nice job on Saturday mornings, and they'll get another shot tomorrow. But really nice job out of the program to get the season kicked off here.
Well, it's like we always talk about. The way that you keep reloading is you're working, and not only 9th and 10th and 11th grade, but the youth program. It was youth night here. Those guys work hard. I talked to Bruce Scally, the 7th grade coaches, last week, and right down through the organization, they're doing great things.
4 tight ends in the game now. They're going to try and pitch it wide to Miser.
Wow.
He's kind of strung out, but he stays in bounds.
Wow. Miser,
all the way down to about the 7-yard line.
He had Josh Harrell and Ryan Sliz with dead to rights had him around that corner, and Miser just used his speed.
It was a pretty nasty stiff arm that we saw there early.
Man.
So Hornets there was 2 tight ends on either side of the formation on that play, and they went wide with it. Let Casey use his speed off the edge.
Well, Aurora had it read well. I mean, that was just Casey making that happen around the end. First and goal.
Still 2 tight ends in the game. Gibb going to keep that one. He is down inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd down and goal to go.
Clock is ticking with 32 seconds left, but time is not too much of an issue here.
I would think that, especially with it already being 2nd down and 1 timeout in your pocket.
Yeah.
Going to give it to Miser straight ahead, and he's in. Just inside zone, hat on a hat. Here we go.
That was your key to the game, hat on hat, and that's what that was. We've seen that a few times on short yardage inside the 5, and just right at him. Casey got met pretty good too at the 1.5 yard line, and just would not be denied. Jonah Kauza for the extra point.
Miller's snap, Gibbs hold, and Kauza's kick is good. So 18 seconds remain here in the half, and 28-0. Hornets on top.
It's been obviously a one-sided game in this first half. Aurora had a couple runs on the one drive, but that was it. The only thing you could say is we've had a few penalties, but we overcame them on that drive. This team does not panic.
The Hornets have had 4 offensive possessions, and they have 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And, like you said, there was a number of penalties on that drive that lasted, almost 7 full minutes, but still ended in a touchdown.
And we'll give you the stats when we come back for the second half, but, Aurora probably has less than 30 yards of total offense would be my guess at this point. So the defense has done their job as well,
yes,
and then some.
Kauza boots it away, and that is going to be caught right at the goal line. Bringing out good coverage by the Hornets, and they're going to stack him up at about the 17, maybe 18-yard line.
Looked like Liam Zielinski was in there.
It was a nice tackle by Liam Zielinski.
On the stop, number 1, Jordan Lazar, number 26, Nathan Capitasto.
Nathan Capitosto in on that tackle as well.
Aurora probably has no choice but to either run a play or take a knee and get back into the locker room and maybe try to figure some things out, Coach.
Yes, they're going to line up in that 2 tight end old school power eye. Just give it on a dive with nowhere to go. That was Dominic Grosso on the carry off the left side that went for no gain, and that's how the half's going to end. So, 4 offensive possessions, 4 touchdowns. Not a lot of movement out of that Aurora offense. So, what do you think we're going to see second half here?
Well, we're going to have to see some adjustments made by Aurora, right? They're going to have to get in there and figure some things out. So the coaches will do that. We're going to take a break, grab a little something to eat, and you guys at home can do the same. Grab a beverage, and we'll be back with you in about 15, 20 minutes.
Enjoy the bands. We'll see you after halftime.
Collaborated for a song described as an up-tempo, soulful song that features Latin production built over big bouncy beats and Hornets, featuring the highlights and illustrated partners. The highlights, here is Bang Bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the 2025 Pride Highland Marching Band. Tonight, the Pride of Highland Marching Band will be presenting their annual Senior Night Halftime Show, featuring songs selected by our seniors that they perform from their freshman year of marching band. We open tonight's performance with the first national single by the Jackson 5, released 56 years ago in 1969. Here is I Want You Back. next song is a Paul Simon classic that features our flute and piccolo section. Here is the 1986 hit, You Can Call Me Al. We close tonight's performance with the debut single that launched the late Ozzy Osbourne's solo career. Off of his 1980 album Blizzard of Oz, this is Crazy Train.
Welcome back to Granger Township, back to North Gateway Tire Field on a beautiful September night, sitting next to the old ball coach, and we saw a pretty dominating first half there, Coach.
Yeah, 28-0. Hornets four possessions, 4 touchdowns, 3 for 4 on third downs, 1 for 1 on the 1 4th down they actually faced. Just dominated the game. I know you got some stats.
Well, I mean, what I see is Highland had 226 yards of offense, and Aurora had 8 yards of total offense.
Yeah, and Andrew was saying that if the Hornets have gained over 300 yards, and then there's been about 70 yards in penalties against the Hornets tonight. So, yeah, I mean, Aurora just hasn't been able to get anything going. I mean, they've had a couple spurts here and there, but really only had the one drive where they reached about midfield, and then other than that, it's been tough sledding. Xavier Board, 7 carries, 27 yards, but Aurora has 8 rushing yards as a team, so that means that they've lost a lot of yardage with anybody carrying the ball other than Xavier. And then Ryan Ziegler, 0 for 2 with the interception. They're 1 for 3 on third downs. So,
well, they can't get anything going because they're losing the battle up front on both offensively and defensively.
Right.
So it's difficult to call plays in that situation. And from a Highland perspective, it seems like we've been pretty balanced. I don't have the yards in front of me, but when I look at the rushing and passing yards, it's got to be pretty balanced, and we'll get those here in a minute. But Lucas or Grady Gibb is probably has he had an incomplete pass?
No incomplete passes, and Hornets have 206 rushing yards. I believe is the correct number. Oh, there we go. We got some stats on a board here, so this makes it real easy to look at. Total yards, 226, 206 rushing yards. Gibby's got 102 passing yards. No turnovers for the Hornets. But they do have the 4 penalties. Hornets have sacked Aurora 2 times. So, just every facet of the game has been dominated at this point.
So if you're Coach Gibbons in that locker room right now, Coach, I always like to get inside your head. I mean, share your knowledge upon us, but, what are you telling them? I mean, clean things up a little bit with the penalties, but other than that, you're playing hard, you're playing aggressively.
Yeah, I'm sure the penalties, that was a topic of discussion at halftime, but at the end of the day, now you're in a finish situation. Let's go finish this thing off, stay healthy, and get off to a 1-0 in conference play.
Well, and like we've talked about before, I don't care what that scoreboard says. The Hornets get the ball to start off the half, and they're treating it like it's 0-0. They want to go score on this possession. If they don't, they will be disappointed, right? And then the defense wants to come out and get a stop, and they want to win this third quarter, and then they want to get, maybe get some fresh faces in there maybe in the fourth quarter if it goes as planned.
No, absolutely, you're absolutely right, and I'm sure that they are. I think you said it perfectly. As far as they're concerned, the score is 0-0. We got to go score on our first possession of the second half, and on the flip side, Aurora's got to cause a couple turnovers. They need some chunk yardage on offense, and they need some things to go their way.
Coach, while we have a minute here, if you don't mind, I was going to mention I saw our standout golfer Elizabeth Coleman fired a 63 at Fox Meadows earlier in the week. County record, 9 under par. Our own Isabella Goyette there had a 63 as well, but that was an 8 under par, but a new county record for Elizabeth Coleman.
That's a number right there. That's a round I'm sure she's never going to forget.
And I'm going to tell you listeners something. I've seen a lot of special things out of the guy sitting next to me on various golf courses, including Fox Meadows. But I've never seen a a 63.
Normally I'm at 63 on hole 10 or 11.
Nah, I don't believe that. But this guy does a lot of things on a golf course. But what she's doing is very special.
It's incredible.
Because there's been a lot of really good golfers
Yes.
that come through this county.
Yes.
And for her to have the lowest round of all time at Fox Meadows, which is not an easy course. We've been out there before. I mean,
Right.
that's
Right. No, it's
her.
incredible what Coach Becker's done with that group through the years, and just keep sending players to the next level. And every year somebody steps in and is that person.
Well, it's always fun too to talk about the well-roundedness of this program. Not only football at all the levels, but all the different sports and the soccer. We could talk, and we will as the season goes on, about all the various teams. But lots of success.
Right. So Hornets won the initial toss and deferred their decision to the second half. Obviously, they have chosen to receive. As that ball is kicked away, it's going to be taken by Miser at about the 7-yard line. Good return over the left side, out across the 30.
Casey Miser trots out to the 32-yard line. One of the Hornets get the ball first and 10 to start the second half.
Really nice return there, blocked well.
Well, anytime you can get it out over the 30, that's a really good start for this offense.
Yes.
Line on that stop. Hey, the 50-50 ticket was pink. It's 5-1-3-9-2-9 again. 5-1-3-9-2-9.
So Hornets with the trio formation, 3 receivers on the right. Dobkowski alone here on the left side. It's faked to Miser. Nice cutback by Grady Gibb.
Very good decision. Another very good decision by Grady.
It's taken down by Luke Bonnet after a pickup of about 5.
Ryan Siddell over on the stop. 5-yard gain.
Yeah, good read there by Grady. Take what the defense is giving you. Quick play action, looking for that post. This time it's Dobkowski. He's got it. And he is in. That is going to be a 63-yard touchdown. Another perfectly thrown ball. Just a little skinny post.
Well, all the eyes are on the throw, as they should be, and on the pattern and the catch and the separation that he had. But you got to give credit to that offensive line, because that took a long time to develop, and Gibb was able to drop back, probably a 7-step drop, right, set himself and make a great throw.
Yeah, their pass protection has been excellent tonight.
Man.
And to your point, that's why Grady's passing at close. Well, now it's over 90% completion percentage. Miller's snap, Gibbs hold, and Cowles' kick is up and good. That gets it to 35-0, and that will put the clock into a running clock situation here early in the second half.
Well, the thing that we love about football is it's a true team sport, and you could have the best quarterback back there, but if that line is not giving him time to throw it, and if the receivers are not able to gain that separation, because the Aurora backfield is not bad, the defensive secondary, right? We've seen it tonight.
Yes.
But Dobkowski just was able to just fly past the corner, and the safety wasn't able to get over there in time. And the ball was perfectly let out in front of him. So that's a cool play. They were talking about that play in the locker room, or they've been working on that play all year, and they executed it. You like execution, I know that.
Yeah, and I think, too, they set that play up well, too. They had 3 receivers to the far side of the formation. They had Dobkowski singled up here on the boundary side, and it looked to be like a cover 1 situation, just one safety over the top, and he's got to take his attention to the far side of the field, to the 3-receiver side.
Great point. That's McGovern on the return to about the 19. before he's met by a bunch of Hornets.
The first man there was Ryan Haney, number 18.
It's out to the 20-yard line.
Colton Winston might have been in on that as well.
It's tackled there by Ryan Haney, number 18, and number 20, Cal.
Yeah, good play by Haney. Well, to your point, Dubkowski, the last couple of times he was on the short side by himself, he ran a little out pattern, right? So they haven't seen him take that short side fly route yet. There's Board.
Give that to Board, but he is going to lose about a yard.
Evan Faust was the first one in there.
Evan Faust with another tackle for loss. Like Jamison Gordon was right there with him as well. Dan Miller doing a nice job setting the edge there on that side of the formation as well.
He sets that edge so nice.
I can tell you, I'm proud of Dan Miller. You know, he went through a lot with a foot injury, and you know, last year really didn't do anything football related till late. They started letting him do some long snapping, but to get out here and be a big part of this defense has been awesome to see. As that pass is completed, that's Quincy John going to pick up about 6 yards.
Well, I'll tell you, as far as Dan Miller, I had a chance to watch him play baseball in the spring, and the man can throw the baseball. He can pitch.
He can pitch. He can swing the bat. But yeah, I mean, conference pitcher of the year. He's just a good athlete.
All around athlete.
Just an athlete, and does a nice job at third base when he's not pitching. Hits in the middle of the order. Had an outstanding spring. Quick sprint out as that pass is low. It is complete.
For about a 2-yard gain, but Lucas Grilling was back there quick.
I tell you what, Grillis is going to be a good player. He's going to be a real good player.
He reminds me of watching Evan Faust last year as a sophomore.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, coming onto this team as a sophomore, and it's not an easy task.
And playing defensive end is not an easy task.
No.
You know, a lot of times guys play in the interior until you get a little bit of that experience and understand. I mean, there's a lot asked of these defensive ends in this 4-2 that Highland runs. You've got to be a very disciplined player. You've got to set edges. You've got to wrong arm and spill. You've got to take on pull blocks. That is a low line drive punt that's going to check up right at the 40-yard line and actually roll out to about the 41, 42-yard line where the Hornets will take over.
Well, we talked about the first 2 drives, and mission accomplished there, right? Offensively, defensively, and that's just what you want to do to start this half. We want to thank real quick, too, our game sponsor, Mr. John Ross. I had a chance to see him before the game, and what he does for Highland and is appreciated for sure. And thanks to Amanda Fall again for doing this all season long, giving us this opportunity to watch the Hornets play ball from wherever we're at.
That is given to Dylan Lazar. He's strung out nicely by that Aurora defense. Looks like he was brought down by Alex Killian, number 44.
Yeah.
Michael Kennedy
also on the stop.
Go ahead.
Only about 1 yard on that pickup for Dylan Lazar.
I was just going to say Killian, one of the 22 seniors on this Aurora team.
It's been a historically very good program. You know, one thing that's interesting is this is potentially the last time that we play Aurora for a long time. You know, they're Division III, Highlands Division II. With the league realignment, Highlands going to the other side of the league next year. This has been a real good rivalry through the years, and you know, short of scheduling them non-conference in one of those first 3 games of the year, this what has been a really good rivalry could be coming to an end this evening.
Speaking of Aurora, since there's a timeout, I was going to give a I was going to mention my old friend, many from Aurora would know Coach George Snyder. He passed away coming up on a year ago. Longtime friend of mine, coach of mine. If you went to St. Peter Chanel or Woodridge or Aurora, you would know him as a baseball coach, girls golf coach, boys golf coach. His son Douglas, he coached me when I was in at Woodridge in the early 90s, and just a great man that we lost in November of 2024. So, Coach Snyder, we're thinking about you, brother.
So Aiden Police taking over at quarterback for Highland. As he fakes it. That was a fake to Winston. He swings it out in the flat. Boy, that ball was almost intercepted.
Yeah, that was almost taken back the other direction.
Might have been Ben Radigan on the catch there.
What was that?
Number 14, Aiden Police on the reception.
Or was that Frankie Ianagi on the okay.
Yes.
These gray jerseys are tough on old eyes.
Good play by Frankie there.
This time the give is to Winston. And about 9 Aurora Greenmen met him at behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go for a loss of 1. Johnny Prouchet now coming in to quarterback.
And number 64, Austin Cook.
So Prouchet. It's Anthony DePompe on a jet sweep. Nice pickup there. He's brought down by Jack Rachel. Nice pickup for a first down.
It sure was.
And just a jet sweep, little outside zone. Offensive line did a nice job getting to the outside shoulder of the defenders. And
we're going to have to take note, too, of all the new numbers in there right now. You know, lots of new on the offensive line.
We're going to do the best we can here. That's given to Ianagi. That's another nice pickup, as he is going to be real close to another first down.
Frankie Ianagi gets the call this time. He's down to the 10-yard line.
He's quick.
Yeah, you know, he's another one of those guys. It's, you know, he plays that position that's being held down by Lucas Girding right now, that F position. They like to bring those guys in motion and they give them the handoffs on jet sweeps, but good route runners, kind of slot receivers. I think Frankie's got a bright future in this program as well. As that time he is stacked up for a loss of 2, maybe 3.
Frankie Ianagi with the call again. This time it's a 3-yard loss, second down.
Yeah, they read that one good.
Want to finish up some of our sponsors who include
that corner out there, number 18, Ethan Reed.
Clock under 2.5 minutes here in the third quarter. Aiden Police back in the game at quarterback. He takes the snap. That's given to Colton Winston. Good hard run for about 4 yards. Johnny Prouchet coming back in. Getting work for all the young guys.
Let's see what they do on 3rd and 10. I wouldn't be surprised to see this ball in the air.
Snap back, Boucher lets it go, and that ball is
what
caught.
A catch. That was a really good throw, but even a better catch, man.
And that was one of those comeback routes.
Yes.
I believe that's Ben Radigan, number 12. On the catch there for a Hornet touchdown.
Good junior receiver, good size, 6 foot. I'll tell you, he had to stretch out for that one. But if that ball was put right on them, he had to throw it out there because that was pretty good coverage.
Yes. That's Carson Kwiatkowski in to attempt this extra point. Snap was a little high, and that extra point is no good.
Well, I don't think either one of us expected this.
No.
Jay. I mean,
no.
We expected, in all honesty, to win the game and in decent fashion, but I didn't expect a running clock early in the third quarter and quite this level of winning this game. But it's what happens when you execute, when you put the work in, and when you play like these guys have done in the first 3 quarters.
Well, I can tell you this.
I mean,
I was in the coach's office before our first practice on Monday, and this game was approached the same way that every game is approached every week. The consistency from the staff, but more importantly, the players. And the preparation that they're going to do for 4 days to get themselves ready to come out on a Friday night. This is what comes of that type of preparation. There's no letdown.
No.
Based on what type of season somebody's having.
Well, you get a firsthand view of the work that goes in all week long.
Yeah.
Yeah. To these games. We get to see them on Friday nights, but you get to see the grinding every day.
Yeah, it's great, and honestly, it's great for our freshman guys too. We are on the same field working out with these guys. We separate them a lot, but we get a lot of reps with the sophomores. But at the end of the day, we're working together, and they see the pace of practice, and they see what's going to be expected of them for the next 3 years in this program. And I think it's a great job to set the expectation of what. What's expected as you progress through the program. So that'll wrap up the third quarter. I want to take one more minute just to thank John Ross and Affiliates Title Group. John Ross is a proud Highland alum, lifelong community member, and owner of Affiliates Title Group. For 38 years, he's been serving Highland families with all of their real estate title needs.
He's a great man, very good at what he does, and I don't know if he's working too hard because he might have given up golf because I know my phone hasn't rang.
Mine hasn't either.
So if you're listening, John, it'd be nice to take a break from Affiliates Title Group for an afternoon.
We do like to play golf. No, but big thanks to Affiliates Title Group and John Ross and lifelong Highlander. So we're going to have fresh faces on this Aurora offense as well. So that's handed off to number 2, Carter Romanchek.
It looks like they got a sophomore quarterback in now, Mark McGovern. We've seen his brother, Luke McGovern, and now this is Mark under center. I have some.
It's like Owen Zielinski, the third Zielinski brother, in at corner here on the near side. Chatham Phillips playing the star position. There's a give in the middle. And there are 10 hats on that. He is able to pick up about 3 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5. That carry by Alex Killian. Number 44.
Picks up 3 yards, so it'll be 3rd down and 5.
There's a little bit of that old school wing T look as they faked like a buck sweep and countered off of it, and that was good for a Greenmen first down.
And Coach, I see another Zielinski brother out at this near corner.
Yeah, you got Owen in the game down there.
Zielinski's all over this field tonight.
There's Zielinski's everywhere. It's like Neil Flannery and Dylan Lazar playing safety, the 2 safety positions. Looks like Aurora going to stay in that power I, and that is going to be a loss.
That was Chatham Phillips was in there, as was.
That's Nathan Capitosto as well, I believe, from his linebacker spot, another sophomore. Nathan, another promising young athlete. His older brother was a real good player here, now playing at John Carroll. Along with Chatham Phillips' older brother playing at John Carroll. Gonna fake it, got a little Y corner, and he is open. It looked like number 87. That's Drew Scott on the catch. So just faked that ISO, I guess you would say, and just ran a little Y corner. Pick up a 28 on the play for the Aurora Greenmen. Good ball there by McGovern.
That was a good ball. We thought we'd be hearing from the other tight end, Luke Bonnet, 6'4", 235, but I don't think he caught a ball, but this tight end did, and that was a good play by Aurora.
Yeah, Drew Scott, 6'3", 260. That's a large tight end.
Yeah. But the Greenmen are down inside the 40 for maybe the first time all day.
Staying in that I formation. A lot of penetration, but they did get the handoff. It's a nice carry. It's Roman.
So
Roman check, right, on the carry.
So our number 57, was that? Gavin Olson? He almost took that handoff.
Nate Painter on the stop for the Hornets.
Yeah, definitely the first time in Highland territory, and with the first down at the 27.
A little fullback dive, nowhere to go that time.
No.
Drew Divis in there.
And that's it. It's going to be second down and 10. Davis in on that tackle.
Caden Mendenhall, number 66, just checked in the game, playing defensive tackle. Yeah, they like this little scissors action. That's some old school wing T stuff going on right now. Hornets do a nice job on it that time.
Yeah, they played those last couple of runs real nice, setting up at 3rd and 6.
You know, they're faking that handoff inside, and then the quarterback's reversing out and handing it to somebody going the other direction. There's a lot going on. It's ultimate do your job situation, right? Like don't fall for the eye candy. Do your job. Handle your gap.
Yep.
Stay home.
Discipline.
I'm going to boot out. We're going to try a post, and that's going to be a pass interference. It was Johnny Pruchet on the coverage.
And I'll tell you what, he had very good coverage. You know, he didn't, maybe they called like the old face guarding type thing. You know, he didn't turn around, making a little bit of contact, but he was in great position.
Yeah, there was not really room to throw that football. And actually the ball being a little bit underthrown is probably what caused the penalty. So that penalty is going to be good for a Greenmen first down. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. Aurora going to stay in that 3 tight end look. They're going to go for an outside stretch play.
Very well strung that out there by the left side of that defense.
That was about as far from us as it can get. I could not see who eventually forced him out there.
Nathan Painter out there for Highland. 2nd down and 10.
It's a little preview of what these guys are going to see tomorrow morning in a JV game. They're going to go back to that power. The ball pops out, and I think they're saying he was down by contact. No beanbags came out.
I think that was 39 from his left defensive end position.
With the smack on.
Well, we don't have a 39.
Okay, they said
that doesn't
Pruchet.
mean you're wrong, though.
No, they said it was Pruchet.
Now 3 receivers, 1 tight end. And that pass is completed. That's the big tight end, number 87, Drew Scott, for the Greenmen touchdown. Just a quick out route, 5-yard out, just literally went right to the goal line, turned around. Good ball by McGovern, put it right on him. And the Greenmen on the board.
To attempt the extra point will be Matthew Hoot.
Hoot's kick is up and good. So 1 minute, 50 seconds left in this one.
Well, there's coaching opportunities here at the end of these games. You know that they'll be looking at the film. To your point, a lot of these guys will be playing tomorrow morning, and this is what builds that experience that we talk about. You know, you come here at the end, you don't want to get scored on, but that looked like a pretty well thrown ball and catch by that big tight end, and it happens.
Yeah, nice drive. You know, I mean, they didn't do anything. I mean, that was line up, and here we come. and they executed very well on that drive.
The pass interference call toward the end there was a big play on third down,
Right.
But
I think they did a nice job. They threw the ball, 3 or 4 times on that drive, and on hard play actions, they got that Y corner there, got it across midfield, and so 12-play drive, 10 minutes and 43 seconds. I mean, obviously the running clock has a
That
lot to do
helps.
with that, but
who do we have upcoming, Jay? I don't mean to put you on the spot. I have it here as well, so I think I know the answer.
next week is Copley
We're at Copley.
at their new digs over there. Our first look at the revamped stadium at Copley. That kick is taken by the up man, and the ball is out. That's picked up by Ben Radigan.
So we go to Copley, and then we come home for a couple games that we'll get to announce on September 26th and October 3rd at home against Talmadge and Barberton.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we're in full conference play now, so.
And it'll be the last time, just like you spoke of about Aurora, maybe the last time for a while we'll get to play some of these other teams as well.
Basically everybody at the end of the day. It's Talmadge is leaving completely as the Hornets going to take a knee. Talmadge, Kent, and Cuyahoga Falls all leaving the Suburban League completely. Revere, Barberton, Copley, and Aurora all staying in this side of the conference.
American,
Highland moving over to the other side, and then there's a couple new teams coming in. That's going to be, I'll tell you what, and it's kind of fun to have an opportunity to talk about this, but in the coming years, this football conference is going to look significantly different for the Highland football program. You're going into a conference that now you're playing Medina, Stowe, Brecksville, Hudson, Wadsworth. It's going to look a lot different moving forward. Now, this program's in a good spot, but it's just going to look different. It's going to there's going to be some time to settle in. So that'll do it from North Gateway Tire Field. Big thanks to our crew tonight. Another beautiful night. We had Eric on a camera, Nate on a camera, Brianna doing everything because we had an absence tonight. We won't talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But Brianna just pulling double duty, doing what she does, and the legend sitting next to us over here.
We missed Brian tonight.
We did miss Brian.
But we held the fort down for you, Brian, and we'll see you hopefully back in a couple weeks.
Yes. So final from Highland, Hornets 41, Aurora 7. Highland improves to 4-0 on the season, 1-0 in conference play. Aurora falls to 1-3, 0-1. Hornets head to Copley next week. We will see you back here in 2 weeks.
It was a fun night being up here with you all.
Always good.
And, we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Thank you.